Shoot. Sorry. That's
I like the ad-libs, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a problem. What's going on, everybody? We are back. Episode number 24.
Kobe.
Got us. Is that Kobe?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kobe.
shoot.
Mamba,
Shows you how much I know. Kobe. My boy says that. Liam says that all the time.
Word.
Kobe. He's like, Kobe.
Yeah.
And then he never makes the basket. He just, the trash can just littered with that.
One day, me and my wifey were at the gym.
Yeah.
And she was like playing basketball by herself, and she was like, Kobe. And then I looked over and I was so proud, and then she like airballed.
We are here, episode number 24, not sponsored by Crush. Apologies. That's maybe my favorite.
Oh, you traded the Mountain Dew in?
I did. For those who don't know, a few months back, I had a really big Mountain Dew problem. I would say a problem, an addiction. A couple kidney stones later. It's pretty bad. But we're here, Mountain Dew free, maybe a lot of Crush and grape soda. But it happens.
Traded the green for the orange. Yo.
That's right. Today's a special episode. Playing with some levels here. Today's a special episode. We have Tony in the house.
Yes, sir.
You will notice that Landon and Jonathan are both not here. So Tony said, "Hey, I'll join you. Why not? I'll come on the podcast." Tony was on the podcast quite a ways back, not on video, but he is here in person. The man himself, the one that Swaggy looks up to for style. We all look up to for style. Who are we talking about?
I mean, I got a little bit of swag. Yeah.
Got a little bit of swag. Yeah. He said, "I need a haircut." I'm like, "Well, it ain't happening. You look good every day."
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I had to look my best, and I still make you look good. You know what I mean?
Now you look good, man. I love the red hair.
Thank you.
And I love how everybody in your family has like red hair.
Yeah, it's not a choice. That's for sure. High school, I tried to fix that. I wanted jet black hair. I wanted like your color hair. Yeah, I did it temporarily once. Went horrible.
You never did the frosty tips and all that?
That was me. Yeah. Oh, that was it.
Your generation was dope, bro.
We're one-hit wonders, frosty tips. You know what I mean?
The best times.
The best times.
I mean, I always tell my wife, I'd be like, I wish I could have like go back to those high. Like, imagine being in high school at that time. Everything's so like authentic, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, there was no social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody's not looking like, oh, I mean, of course we had like magazines and movies and stuff. You're like, oh, I want to be like them, you know, but it's not as extreme.
Yeah, it's not as like fast.
Because I mean, it's like I can tell you what I don't know. Yeah. I can tell you what G-Eazy's wearing today because he posts. You know what I mean? I want to be like that.
You can get on your iPhone since we're keeping it strictly Apple and view everything now. Whereas like back then, it seems like the mystique of artists and celebrities was there because you only seen them then.
Yeah.
Now I can get on social media and see who else, like who's
right.
doing what. Yeah.
Yeah, and like 50 paparazzi sit outside of their houses too every day. So
yeah.
Anyway, back to the Strictly Apple talk. We're actually going to talk a little bit about what we do in our free time.
Okay.
So, Tony, well, let's jump into, for people who don't know Tony. Tony, what do you do here at Strictly Apple? What is your title and what do you do from day to day?
I'm the business relationship manager. So I connect with businesses nationwide and establish like partnerships or some type of relationship with them where we can collaborate and, get the best solution for our business, their business, and for the greater good, and sometimes community stuff too, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, totally. Which I think is it's a perfect fit for you. You foster relationships very well. You put a lot of time into people, and I think it's a really cool role. Yeah. When I first met you, back at the Grandview store.
Yeah, we had the most genuine connection.
Yeah, we did.
You initiated, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I just like, I want to know this dude.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like,
he was struggling trying to put this computer back together. I want to know this dude.
Yeah, see, we have to stop like saying my repair game wasn't top tier,
I know they're giving you a hard time about it.
Nah, it's all good. But no, I really appreciate I always keep what you said to me that day close in the chest, and I appreciate you opening up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, you give everything to somebody until they take it away. I give everybody the same respect, same love as I give myself. So
for sure, yeah,
maybe more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you use? Let's talk about. So we'll finish that out. What do you use on a daily basis for work here? I want to know first of all, at work, what Apple products do you use at work? You can see your office straight through there.
Yeah. I mean the Mac Pro trash can.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
Do you?
Yeah, because it's so old, but it's so powerful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People give it a lot of smack, but it's
yeah.
dude, it's a workhorse.
And I love the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
I love that. When I built my house, I want like that type of minimalistic. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? AirPods and iPhone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The have tos. I see something that I've never owned. You have the HomePod.
Oh man, yeah, that's probably my new favorite thing. You know, I'm a music guy. Yeah, I have to have the music in the background and stuff like that. And like for me, me sharing music is a way for me to communicate with others. That's like my way.
Who do you listen to? Like, what is your top 3?
Man, I listen
to a hard
to
one.
Yeah, it's hard, right? My friends be like, "Yo, who's your top 5?" It changes every day.
I had this conversation with your wife at the golf place, and she was like, "Who do you like?" And I could tell she was like, "I'm going to profile this guy by what he says," and I'm like, "Lil Wayne," and she's like, "Okay."
Yeah. She's dope. Man, if I can just say off the bat, like my little brother, T Baby, and Trey Stacks, they're a duo. They're great. But like Kid Cudi, Kanye, you know, some of the old '90s stuff like Nas is one of my favorite. You know,
new
Tupac.
Kanye or old Kanye?
I love the new Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people's like, yo, you come from the college dropout and all that, but I love the new Kanye. I love all the sound layering. You know, I like Kid Cudi all the way through. Obviously Kendrick Lamar's big, Drake, you know, stuff like that. So a lot of underground people. You know
there was a beef battle, and we had talked about it when it first happened.
Yeah.
Was there anywhere you stood on that?
My high school generation comes from seeing all them when they first came out.
Yeah.
But I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like right when
it's
I was
bound
like,
to happen.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I don't think this is something Drake wants to engage in because Kendrick's layering and how he is I just knew it was like a bad matchup. Not saying Drake's not great, but like Kendrick's different. You can tell. You know what I mean? Like any feature he gets on with people, like the way he flips words and tonality, that was going to be the deciding factor. And I don't think at the time, I don't know if Drake, like he like that Take Care of Drake is what we want. You know, that deep Toronto sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I'm more into old school, and maybe it comes with age, but like even like Kanye, Kanye back then. I mean, he was young as far as like creative and like rap game, but okay. So for side note, I was with my buddy Spencer. We were I think sophomores in high school, and I went and saw Usher in concert at Nationwide Arena. And huge concert. Christina Milian opened, and then who I haven't heard in a long time. And then the next person that was up was somebody who like nobody even wanted to see. It was Kanye, and nobody knew he had just come out with Freshman. And he came out, sang, and you know it's like where people coming in and out, like they're just waiting for Usher to happen. And I remember that. And then he like one of his songs, he came out, he was wearing a High State jersey, and on the back it said West, like he got it made for that. People are like, who is this dude? Yeah.
Ye is in my opinion,
when he broke his jaw, that was high.
Yeah, I think he's like the greatest artist ever.
Yeah.
Because he can do everything. Like everything he does is elite. Like even with like fashion, right? Like Yeezy is like looked at like a luxury brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not to say like Sean John or what Jay-Z was doing wasn't great, but like he took it to a new level. And that's one thing about that I admire about him is he's able to like everything he does, he's able to like take it to a new level.
He's a renaissance man.
He is.
He can do a little bit of everything and then he masters it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. And I really love people like that. Like he can be chaotic, but that's just part of who he is.
Yeah.
You know? No one's perfect.
Do you as far as the Apple piece of it goes, I know you listen to, you have AirPods. You constantly have AirPods in, dude.
Yeah.
When I see you, sometimes, I know I've said this on the last one, but you'll have a landline, like office phone up to your ear. It'll be on speakerphone with an iPhone, and then you're talking to somebody else in the other ear. I'm like, that would make my head explode.
Sometimes, depending on the day, I can get kind of like, crazy with it. It's because I'm always listening to like maybe a podcast or something, music or something. That's weird.
When do you use Apple Music or do you use Spotify? What do you?
I'm a Spotify guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I just got so used to it, and then like I listen to a lot of underground like artists. You know what I mean? So Spotify became the thing that I was like, dang, I can find all these artists. You know what I mean? I go on rabbit holes with music. So like, I always say like, when I die, you know what I mean? If I ever died early, and this is kind of dark, but like if you are listening to my playlist, then you will kind of know who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's same.
Yeah.
I literally too, I'll go through So YouTube is my big one. I've always subscribed to YouTube because I could never stand ads when I close my phone,
Yeah.
It just made my phone die. And I listened to a lot of underground. So like, yeah, I have Apple Music too, but which is weird. I mean, I pay for both,
Yeah.
but I hardly ever use Apple Music unless it's for, like I have downloaded songs. But anyway, I download a lot of music. Like there's so much music I've downloaded.
Yeah.
So when I don't have service, I'm on planes and whatnot. And you can literally, talking about dying, if you literally look at my downloaded music, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
It's always downloading because last time I switched my phone, which was a year ago, it still hasn't re-downloaded stuff in that list. But if you go through it, you'll see a phase of time, like maybe a little happy, little dark, you know what I mean? Like where I was in life at that moment.
That's so dope though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get mad at Spotify, and if someone's out there, y'all can let me know in the comments. I want to listen to all my songs in one giant playlist.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. So sometimes I click on a playlist that I made. It'll be like Deep Moon or Blue Skies. I have like these, I name my playlist like albums or whatever. And I'd be like, dang, I remember I was listening to that song,
Yeah.
So if somebody's out there maybe I shouldn't do that.
No, it's good. That's good. Yeah, no, that's why I like YouTube too, because I can make certain playlists, and it doesn't limit me by artist. You know what I mean, in different songs. But so yeah, music. Let's touch a little bit on too about a little bit of private life. What you enjoy. So you enjoy music.
Yeah.
I know that. You also enjoy basketball. Do you enjoy any other sports? Do you watch or participate?
Yeah, I love all sports.
All sports.
I love boxing.
Yeah,
soccer,
ping pong,
tennis.
Ping pong, table tennis.
I haven't really did a table tennis. We should go. Swaggy can take us. Pickleball.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, in Grandview, like where I'll be at.
Yeah.
They got a centralized park and they be playing pickleball.
Yeah, we just got new pickleball courts here.
Word?
Yeah,
I'll come out there in
Pinnacle
summer.
or in Beulah Park.
Word? Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so sports. And when we first got hooked up, I guess after the Grandview store meeting, I learned that you like to film basketball. You do a lot with community sports, community events. Tell me a little bit about just in a wrap up of that basketball league.
That journey.
Yeah.
Me and my bros, Ray Tolbert and Devin Baird, both.
I know Devin too.
Yeah,
I've done stuff in real estate with him. Yeah,
he's always gonna be one of the biggest.
Yeah.
We started a basketball league called the WCBL.
Yep.
West Columbus Basketball League, and then we started a community branch to that. Okay, Westside Community Builders and Leaders, and we supplied our community. So the objective was at first was like this to be chill and this hoop, you know what I'm saying, and we was connected with Zach Flair with 270 hoops and stuff like that too, which was dope. But and like Tyhan Johnson with the Kingdom, but the idea with us three was like this has someone to hoop, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control into this like big WWE type of thing.
Yeah.
And it was really dope, the branding, and then we used our players as like community soldiers. Yeah. So they'll hoop in the league on Sunday, and then on Saturdays, they'll get back to the community or like special events and stuff like that. So we was able to do that for our community on the west side of Columbus. And, we were able to give these things called hoop IDs again, to guys that graduated college or high school and stuff like that. And it helped people with new branding. So they would like get a team, and then that team would turn into a brand, and then they would just keep going further. So shout out to everybody that, I'm not gonna say like a descendant of that, but like was inspired by that. But yeah, it lasted about 4 or 5 years, and had a huge impact on the basketball culture of Columbus, Ohio. And it allowed us to be creative. My guy, Cyrus Gomez, who I do TPE with, he was like, yo, this is our biggest playground. Like, let's just let's continue to go for it. Like, let's just be creative. You know what I mean? And that's all me, Devin, John Powles and Ray Tolbert. We was in the hotels over there. Yeah. I forget what it's called. Right Rare Roof Inn, maybe? Right there off the freeway. We used to be there just planning.
Really?
Idea. Yeah, bro. It's like crazy. And it was hard because we used to come out of our pockets to do it and stuff like that. Then we start getting involved with the community, and people start really helping us and admiring what we do, for the youth. And then also for like the grown men, giving people hope. You know what I'm saying? And it was
something to do too.
Thing. Yeah, something to do, something to look for.
Stay out of bad stuff. Like if
I
mean, if I had a soccer league, I'd go back into, and I've been clean off of drinking for about 7 months. Yeah, I haven't had alcohol, but I literally, if I would have been in a soccer league, I probably would have drank less and had less of a stomach, come about.
Maybe
had that beer belly.
I was
a dad bod.
We need to have a little Strictly Apple basketball team.
Yeah, we do.
But
I'll warm that bench up like nobody's business, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'll give everybody water.
Yeah, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But like, the biggest thing is like when someone says, to Tony, you know, Dad, Ray, you know, you guys helped change my life. You know what I mean? Like without
cool.
WCBL, like I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
I
dope.
really appreciate that. And I
Yeah.
always love those guys, you know, because they went hard every Sunday. You
Right.
know what I mean? For the
And
community.
growing something from the ground up, you know, it becomes
Yeah.
your baby, and you really have a bond with those kind of guys. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's dope. So leading into that, you also going back to, and you went to high school where?
Franklin Heights. Yeah.
Franklin Heights.
Yeah.
Okay.
The black and the gold.
Yeah, but I've also noticed that I'll like watch 270 hoops, like a video,
yeah,
and then all of
yeah.
a sudden I see Tony on
Oh
the,
yeah, because TPE they're filming. Yeah, 270 hoops. They do a good job.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I see you filming with an iPhone sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
what? Let's talk about that.
Bet.
So handy. It's in your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and I've literally seen, and I mean, some of your videos go huge,
Yeah. Yeah.
right,
for
on
sure.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Hit those reels, and it's made from an iPhone. And we talked about Landon, his last episode or the episode before that, about going viral,
Yeah.
but using this,
Yeah. This is.
and it's in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, I need this big equipment." You don't have
No,
to.
you don't. Childish Gambino said on the Breakfast Club, it's like, you have your iPhone, you can make a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had said that, and I was like, I already thought
You're
that,
like-
but I was just like,
you're like,
dang, for
man.
sure. Yeah, but it's just like you can record, so you know. But we get hung up on this quality thing and this big old thing, right? And then my hands are kind of big, so I kind of like having
have that
something-
problem.
Yeah, I like kind of like something mobile. I can, you know what I mean, move fast with and just
Right.
whip out real quick. Using Blackmagic app on there.
Okay, that was what I was going to ask.
Still trying to learn it. You know what I mean? I still like the cinematic mode or the natural iPhone, but I know like you was talking about, like it can go further.
Oh yeah,
So I'm still learning about stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I just feel like, man, like I always tell the kids when they like come up to us and be like, yo, TP's dope, which is the player experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do storytelling content around sports.
Yep.
When they be like, yo, man, like how, what? I'm like, man, just whip out the phone, bro, record. Like,
Yep.
just get creative, you
Right.
know? Like there's no limitations on life. Do anything you want to.
right.
You know what I mean? Like just do everything you want to. If you like something and you really have a passion for it, that's telling you, hey, let's just do it. You know what I mean? You just never know what it turns into.
I mean, there's so many people out there, and if you think about it, it's with anybody, you know, who story tells as a creative or a musician or anything. It's they had a passion about something. They literally took out a phone, recorded themselves daily in and out, you know,
Yeah.
blog style,
Mm-hmm.
and other people related to them.
Yeah.
Like you can do anything.
You can do anything in this world, right? So you just have to, I think we get blocked about like what's so-called making in society.
Yep.
And we have to get back to originality, being authentic, and just doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I struggle with that too. Like my homie Cyrus just told me the other day, he was like, yo, you doing all this personal branding. You know, I'm launching a demo road thing where it's like working on personal branding for my friends and stuff like that. Like Dev has real estate.
Yep.
So I want to help him with like real estate content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So using that platform. And he was like, yo, but like, what about you? Like, you're dope too. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I know I'm someone that's here to help others. But I was just like, dang, maybe I do need to do a little bit of stuff for myself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some of those ideas and stuff. You know, put myself out there, maybe more, or just whatever my brand is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think I do a good job of it on what I want for myself. But I understood what he meant by that.
Yeah, and I actually just had this conversation with a friend the other day about, you know, going in phases with life, and like over the past few years, as a creative, you know, it's a little bit different. I keep, as I would quote NF, I keep my trophies in a closet, right?
Mhm.
And I do. And like some of the biggest, you know, awards I've ever gotten in my life, like I got a Cannes Film Festival award. I hardly told anybody. You know, I didn't boast about it. I didn't do
Yeah.
much with it. And I
You got
should have
some
rode that
hidden-
wave.
You got some hidden awards, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I should have boasted about it. I should have rode that wave, you know, while it was fresh and whatnot.
Mhm.
But like, I don't compete after anybody. I don't look up to anybody like, man, I want to do better than him.
Yeah,
It's always
yeah.
me year
Mhm.
over year.
Yeah.
Like I'm a perfectionist, so
It's the Eminem or Lil Wayne. What the allure about Lil Wayne or Eminem is that they don't pay attention to what's out.
Yeah.
You know, they just like
Right.
be in this dark place and then they come out. You know what I mean? Fresh ideas. I think that's the best way. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like I have a guy that I'm working with right now. You know, on an NIL deal, and his manager was like, "Yo, do you really pay attention to a lot of stuff on social media?" I said, "I see it. You know, you gotta obviously kind of see it.
Yeah.
But I try not to like get in like immersed in it too much
same.
because like my mind goes at 1,000 million miles per hour, and I want to keep all my ideas kind of like there. Obviously, you can use influences from people. You know, what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, we are by influence of something in a way.
Yeah.
But I just try not to like
Yeah, trends. Now, like I'll
Mhm.
work on like trending keywords and stuff, you know,
Yeah,
or I do
yeah,
videos and stuff. But honestly, if you're like, people are like, hey, have you seen this TikTok trend? No. I
yeah,
try to stay off of it because I try to create more than I consume at that point.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. And
I appreciate other people's,
mhm.
you know, content, but I
For sure,
can't.
yeah, like the trends is dope.
Because
Like
then
you
I'm
know what I
like,
mean,
why
the
can't I do
challenges.
that? And then I'll get frustrated. I'll be like, no, I got to do
Yeah,
that. And then it takes me off my original goal.
yeah. It's just you gotta just embrace who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like I guess that you and I are very similar in that. It's just like creating original stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's talk a little bit about future of Apple. So we talked
Mm.
about on this podcast before two different items. Are there any are there any apps that you would create that you haven't found for Apple?
Ooh,
Let's
that's a
go
great
with apps first.
That's a great question,
Yeah.
dog.
Where you're like you're looking for something like, man, I really wish somebody would have made this.
man, wow.
Whether it be niche, you know, with cameras or music or
Yeah, wow. That's a great question for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like drawing a blank.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, it's a hard one, but that's like something
I've got
I might
one,
think of. Yeah.
and that's it that I've found lately, and it's probably out there. I just haven't searched hard enough.
Uh-huh.
I would have a for my phone have a iPod Classic emulator. So literally the
Really?
screen turns up, but
Mhm.
then it uses your Apple Music,
Mhm.
and then you use like a jog wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
On the phone?
You want to go back in
Yeah,
nostalgic times
yeah.
for you. The
Like,
classic's dope.
I'll be like working out,
Mhm.
not that I do at the gym.
Yeah.
But I go to the gym and people look over and then big screen they see me like doing a jog wheel on Apple.
Yeah,
They're like,
nah,
what
100%.
the?
Um,
What about
Wow.
okay? Here's the next one. What about tech?
like Apple Tech.
What do you think
they
Apple should get involved in that they don't, or make something that they haven't,
Well, can I say
like a device?
innovate in a way?
Sure.
Okay. So I think that just like how they took the iPod and put it in the phone.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to do something with like we just talking about film cameras.
Yep.
Like I get those things are great, but like if an iPhone can do that, you know what I mean? It can in its own way.
Yeah.
But like powerful,
Mhm.
man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll have way more. I mean, too much content in the world now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But you'll have some dope stuff. Like that's the biggest thing. Is like I want to use my phone to film everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to tote around a camera, bro.
Same.
I'm not good with them.
Same.
You know,
I
that's
do.
my-
I
that's
hate
my
toting
thing.
it around.
Yeah, I want to just whip out my phone, and be able to do something. And if Apple can create an app, well, we can say maybe there's like a camera module or something you put on there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's stuff out there.
So you
but
alternate lenses almost. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, carrying around this body and then carrying around camera bodies, I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's just so much, man.
And then some of my,
It's
even
overwhelming.
my, you know, that cinema line camera from Sony
Mhm.
is literally this has more megapixels
Yeah.
than that does, and that
Right.
costs way more. You
Way
know what I mean?
more, yeah.
And it's just about grading. And I like it, like you said before, Apple, especially with the camera system and media and recording,
Mhm.
there's the capabilities are endless and they're built in, but Apple doesn't boast that
Yeah.
because it's the end consumer. I think
yeah.
you know most people aren't going to do it. They're just going, hey, there's a picture of my kid. You know, there's a
Mhm.
picture of my balloon.
Yeah, you can go really far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're right though. I think a little bit more of mobile filmmaking
Mm-hmm.
integrations. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, I think we should, try something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My big Apple Tech thing that we had talked about a long time ago, they finally announced and it flopped was the Apple Car. I was so stoked for an Apple Car.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Nah, yeah.
No.
It's a lot. I mean, I think that Apple wins in these devices, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that that's the next thing. Because content is everything, and it's not going to stop no time soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can pick up your life, the journey and stuff like that. So, yeah.
The phone can, I mean, think about it. iPhone can make your life incredible. It can destroy you.
It can.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot out there. Me and my big bro, Tyhan Johnson was talking about that, and it was just like, man, it's just the world's so accessible to these kids,
Yeah.
But it's just the world they live in. They're going to be able to handle it as they get older because they're exposed to it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like
even
with you guys in rap music. They said the same thing,
yeah,
and you guys just grew with it.
all this mumble rap stuff. That's going.
Yeah, it is what it it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say though, app wise, if you can put like your film, the stuff you film, and it can create you the dopest stuff, like prompt AI prompt, right?
Yeah.
And it can
And it's
create
getting
you
more-
what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the hard part. And we've talked about this on previous episodes is AI is getting so integrated lately. And Jonathan and I, we were talking on a previous episode, I found an AI bot that I told it a prompt. I said 30 seconds about an iPhone 17 and its premier features,
Word.
and it put it together. Now, here's a
Yeah.
problem. In my head, it's not the same, of course,
Right,
because
right.
AI doesn't think like I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how young this AI is, but it also used stock images.
Yeah.
The first one was an iPhone 17. And then it's like, and then there's also new bionic feature of the iPhone 17, but it was like an iPhone 11, a picture of an iPhone 11. It can't differentiate.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I love AI.
Yeah.
I love it, but some of it is just not, you know, it's so new, you know? So this is a good time for people out there to master AI because it's the future. It's not, it's here and it's going to make everything, right? And I think the biggest thing with that is like some people maybe can't shoot great angles or edit really good, right? But up here, they know everything. It's in their mind. Like, I know the world I need to create. So if you can prompt it and you can, you know, get your thoughts out there on the keyboard into the prompt, you might have something. You know what I'm saying? So I think it opened up the world for like idealists. Yeah, people that have great ideas, but they don't have the team or, you know, whatever the equipment
skills
to do it, but they have
the
knowledge, the genius knowledge to create it, and that's what I love about AI.
And I met some like even my even Lincoln, you know, my younger one, and I can tell because he can't verbalize a lot, right? But his YouTube page is getting bigger. By the way, shout out the Lincoln Express.
The Lincoln Express,
yeah, dude. But like he'll get thousands of views on a video away.
Word.
Yeah, and I can tell because he's like, Dad, and he's trying to tell me words, but then he gets frustrated because all these ideas, he knows how he wants to see it and do it, but he can't necessarily do it on his iPad.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, it points out the fact that, I mean, we have, there's amazing think tank creators out there, but that the skill, the know-how, you know, the equipment.
Yeah.
Just
or
isn't there yet.
Your mind is just going so fast. You have so many ideas.
Right.
And, you know, you just got to slow them down. And like, you know.
Are you talking about me? You are talking about me.
Nah, I mean, Lincoln seems like, you know, he has your gift. You know?
Yeah. No. I'll be in the studio. Tony will just walk in there, you know, making videos, and you're like, "You doing all right, man?" And I'm just like, "I know, I got so many ideas right now."
There's a JJ Reddit commercial about him making plays. I'm gonna show you after this, and he's like stressed out, like he's like nerdy about it, and you're like that, bro.
Yeah,
with your gear, with your setup, with your prep, and I love that about.
I just come out. I mean, like I have a video idea, and I'm getting ready to go through it and actually film it, and then that's when the bigger ideas come. I'm like, oh, I got to do those now. I can't even do this.
That's the frustrating thing when your ideas are endless, and you're just like.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always think that about you too. Like you'll come in, you'll be like, "Have you thought about this? You know, we should try this." And I'm just like, "Why didn't I think of that?"
Yeah.
What music are you listening to? You know, or Lil Wayne, as Lil Wayne would say, give me what helped Martin sleep the night he had a dream.
Where? Yeah.
I love that line.
Nah, that's what's up. Bro.
Yeah. But anyway, so filming basketball, to here. To working out, which I know you love doing.
Yeah.
Favorite Apple product ever? Go.
My favorite, AirPods. Yeah.
AirPods. Daily usage. What AirPods do you have right now?
The Gen 2 Pros. Yeah.
Yeah. If they come out with something amazing, as far as AirPods, what would it be?
Something else?
Yeah. We have over the ears. We have
over the ears.
Yeah, we have AirPods. You know, in the ear.
Oh, a surround sound, like surround sound, and you're like immersed in this world, and it's like. Almost like Avatar. That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
Something like that.
You ever listen to 8D audio?
Nah.
Dude, I gotta get you to listen to that.
Word?
Oh, it's killer.
Yeah. I would go to movies and listen to like Adobe Atmos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch Lion King in that this weekend.
Are you?
Yeah.
Mufasa?
Mufasa.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Lion King for me.
Right on. Thank you, everybody, for joining. My name is Alex.
I'm Tony.
And this is Strictly Apple Podcast. Stay tuned. We're going to have some more special guests. And then Landon and Jonathan will return with us over time. But we appreciate you coming. Tony, any words of advice for anybody out there, just in general?
Yeah, just strive to be great. Go do everything that you want to do. If you got an idea and there's something you want to do, go do it. Don't be afraid of it. Like, your idea is the greatest idea.
I love it.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you soon.